been checking people in, just like.
Well, wait,
saying
when
stuff.
are you going to work?
In like a couple hours.
Oh, okay. So you still got time. You're good.
I got tons of time.
Okay.
Loads of time. Oodles of time.
All Googles of time. All the time in the world.
Yeah, not Google's of time.
Yeah. No, that'd be just a metric Google amount. I almost said metric fuck ton, but it's like no, it's a metric Google amount of time.
Oh, you're live now, Danny.
Yeah. We are live.
Okay.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I was just stating we're live now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Quite so. We are live, indeed.
Is there a link?
He tweeted it out, yo.
I did do a twatter on it. I did.
Oh, you didn't add us in the tweet. That's why.
What?
In the going live tweet, you didn't add us. That's why it's not like right up in my notes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no. Right now I'm kind of waiting for a bit just to see if we can get like a few viewers in here and all that other fun stuff and make sure that it's actually working properly and all that.
Hi, Troy.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's twattering me? Oh, that's goddamn Master of Animu.
Fucking awful.
Actually, if you guys click, can you check out the stream?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, so you can actually watch it. It's not just me going knucking futs here.
No, it looks well, my settings are set to like disgusting quality, so it's like I can actually watch it.
At least try and type something in the chat real quick and see if it pops up.
Just something? Anything? Is there anything specific I should type in chat?
Just literally type in something. Because I need to know if my chat is working on here.
Yeah, it looks like it's working. I said stuff.
I'm not seeing it on my end though. What the hell, dude?
Oh, that's weird. And Carlos Batusai.
Batosai, I know him. What's up?
He said he hears you.
Jesus, God. Okay, let me get this. Okay, you know what? Here we're gonna have to. Okay, there. I wasn't doing it through the right YouTube page. That's why it was being all iffy and all that. Yeah, so all that other not fun stuff. But yeah. No. We might as well get into this big rant if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, so getting into this, in case the previous few minutes and all that, if this is right now, I'm also trying to phrase this not for anyone who is listening live right now, but also for anybody who is going to be watching this back later on. What's going on, everyone? I'm Mr. Mario, and I have two people with me. Who the hell do I have with me here?
I am Tan Squid. Yeah.
You look like an anime chick with blue hair.
I mean, that's the squid part. But
okay.
And I'm Zoltan.
Okay, the only one, obviously.
Yeah, there's only the one.
There's only the one.
Never heard of any other ones ever.
Me too. And we had this topic to talk about because yesterday, well, you know, I felt a certain type of way about it, but Tan Squid here really ranted to me about it, and we almost went live. But I don't sound too sick right now, but I have been. I might be, I don't know, I might be hacking up a lung here. These guys got to hear it earlier a bunch of times. It was pretty bad. But, yeah, no, I've been sick this week, and last night I was also a decent amount intoxicated on NyQuil, so probably wasn't the best time to stream. Tanner, would you agree?
Yeah, it might have been a little bit incoherent.
It might, a little bit?
I mean, like, it would have been like the Mooncast.
Of course.
It would just be like totally off track, like delusional.
Dude, it would have been bad, I'm telling you.
I don't know, it might have been entertainingly good.
Possibly like a bit entertaining, but that would be about it.
Be like the baited podcast. We'd just be yelling at each other.
Oh God. No. Point is, though, we should probably get into this topic about the whole YouTube censorship through monetization going on. And should I explain, or does anyone else on here want to explain it to the good people that might not know what we're talking about?
I feel like you'll probably say it in the most, like, the way that makes the most sense. I feel like I'd just ramble about it. And I'm pretty sure I just told Colton about it today. So
I heard about it a while ago, but I feel like as the resident YouTuber, I feel like, Danny, you've probably got the best sort of insight into what this is.
Okay, fine. So, in case anyone does not know, pretty much what happens is I'll go basic. On YouTube, you have an account. On your account, what happens is then you can partner it. If you are partnered, that means you enable advertisements on your videos and on your channel. Now, you enable them on your videos per video basis. So there's a few videos for a while that haven't been able to get monetized. And most of the time when you enable monetization, sometimes there's a few quirks here and there, but most of the time you enable it and it goes through and you start making money on your videos and it's a grand old time because, hey, free money. What ended up happening, though, was this year, YouTube started taking a bit of a new stance on it. And there were a few times when there were some big things. For example, when Christina Grimmie passed away, any videos that were about her, they decided to not let anyone monetize them. So if you had a topic about her in your description, in your title of your video, in your tags maybe, but it was mostly the title, they didn't want people profiting off her death, which is something that a lot of people have come under fire for on YouTube. Another thing has been when the when the tragedies in France happened recently, and with the Pulse nightclub shootings, with any of those mass murders, we saw similar things. A lot of people made videos, and mysteriously a few hours later, they were demonetized. Nobody was struck, nobody had videos removed, they just could not monetize or claim their videos. So all of that happened. Now it's even happened with like kind of just an overall thing with people talking about ISIS. A lot of those videos have been getting demonetized as well. Recently, within the past, I'd say 48 hours, there was a big thing that happened where a ton of bigger YouTubers have been complaining because they had several other videos flagged for demonetization, and they get emails that say something along the lines of, this video has been removed from monetization and it is under review because we felt like it was not advertiser friendly. So then, with that whole issue going on, you can end up appealing it much like a Content ID claim. But then once all of that stuff happens, it might get back, it might not. But now a lot of people are mad because it's not that YouTube's preventing people from making these videos, but this is an indirect method of censoring people to really end up steering the course and getting people away from that type of controversial content. Aside from that, they've also made quite a few new changes to their terms of service, which they always do, but they're really vague about it too, which doesn't help.
And I think like the biggest problem with all these changes they made is they just didn't say anything. It was like the one day they're just like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? There's these new terms of service. Get fucked.
Yeah.
And like a whole bunch of videos that were made before like the act and writing and all that got like demonetized and stuff. And it's like that's like putting in a new law and then like charging people for like doing that before it was a law. It's like
I mean, the thing is, how can you really regulate that, though? Because I feel like on a content media website, I understand, like, you're thinking of, like, grandfathering it in, but I feel like on a media content website of some kind, that material should also be removed. Like, they are going to backdate that as well, too. Because those bylaws and everything had to be put in for a certain reason.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. And I mean, like, some videos is just like people obviously just like trying to profit off tragedies and shit. It's like those videos shouldn't be monetized. But people like saying like news stuff and like not, you know, just like fucking like I don't know. There's like got to be a line somewhere because it's like you should be able to talk about it like some kind of news on YouTube.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't want to. They don't want to watch like fucking NBC and shit. Like they'd rather watch like their favorite YouTube personality, and if they can't make money, then like who are they gonna watch?
Mm-hmm. The problem is with it then when you get into that whole thing, it's like what is going to cross that, because people can spin it a lot of ways. Like I could just make a video coming out like obvious cash grab. I'm not saying I would do it, but like I could just make like an obvious cash grab video for. I'm trying to think of a subject. Like I actually looked this up prior, but like when Iwata passed away, a lot of people when he passed away, they made videos about him immediately and they monetized them. And it was just them saying they're just like, oh yeah, well you know Mr. Iwata died and he was this old and that was it. And it was obvious they were just trying to get the views, get the cash at that point, but you could just spin that as a news topic still. So I know there's been some times where YouTubers have come under fire for that, and I think YouTube has even intervened there, but it's just I don't know where the line can be crossed at that point and where it'd be appropriate to intervene.
Yeah, it seems like it's either you're either like gonna take down every single or like not monetize with the topic, or you just have to let like everyone through because it's like what's a news topic and who's just like trying to get views.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty hard to differentiate between the two. So I feel, yeah, it's like you can't really draw a line there because there's so many people who make videos, and sometimes it's just a dude in front of a camera, like, a dude with some gameplay, and it's like maybe that's not necessarily news, but they're presenting it in a way that it's like, well, they're telling you the news.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's all just it's a weird gray area, but it just kind of seems like they put it so YouTube can just kind of take down anything they don't want to be monetized. It's just like, well, we don't really like this, so.
And the problem is too, it's like I understand they're a business, but really, I just kind of want to throw this in here. I'm not trying to excuse YouTube from this. I'm thinking of it from a very realistic perspective, because it might sound like I'm defending them or anything of the sort, and I'm actually not. I am a little bit salty about these changes here and how they operate. I'm iffy about a lot of changes they make on this website, but I'm just trying to put it out there in the way that they are thinking. Because it's easy enough to, cry like this isn't right, but you also have to look at it from kind of, a business perspective as well, too.
I mean, yeah, but even, like, from a business perspective, I kind of get it, but just the way they rolled it out doesn't make any sense to me.
How they just rolled it out didn't say anything.
I mean, that's just kind of what YouTube does, but
yeah, and
it doesn't change the fact that it's kind of shitty.
So at that point, then, would it help if YouTube just fucking communicated these changes?
That honestly, like, if they had like said something about this, like, that would probably like, people would still be kind of pissed off, but they would be way less pissed off because it'd be like, oh, here's a heads up that you're probably not going to make as much money now. Certain creators,
exactly.
Where next month it might be a little bit messed up.
Yeah.
Send out an email or something, like, come on. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
The tricky part with like how they roll it out, because I mean, like, this whole creating advertiser-friendly content section in their terms of service has actually been there for over a year, at least. Because like if you go back to like April 2015, that whole section is there. I'm not sure exactly how far back it goes, but at least April 2015. So I mean, it's technically these guidelines have been there. They just really didn't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of seems like they put it there. And then now, all of a sudden, they're just like, okay, well, now we're going to start actually hitting people with this and, like, actually demonetizing videos. Whereas before it was just like, well, hopefully you read the whole terms of service. But if YouTube's not going to do anything about it, it's not going to change how people make content if they don't. If they aren't going to follow up on their terms of service, people are just going to, oh, well, this isn't something that is actually something I can't do because YouTube's not saying anything.
And I mean, the thing is, if anything that we've really shown with YouTube in like recent times, whether it be, so regardless of how big or small it is, it's just that YouTube will actually react to something and they'll end up responding if you make a big enough ruckus about it. Which then kind of becomes a bit of an annoying part as well, too, because it's like, well, I've seen it multiple times. I'm sure you guys have seen it as well, too. For example, if someone gets a strike on a video, like I've seen some people where it's like they very well violated YouTube's terms of service, but because they know someone who knows someone at YouTube and they have like 80 million subscribers, they get the thing removed within 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I feel like with everyone who's like been like tweeting and just like getting super pissed and making videos about this, like YouTube's gonna have to say something and respond.
I'm hoping so. I mean, they did with the Content ID stuff. They did with the Google Plus integration. What else? With the whole, I just want to say as well too, the whole make YouTube great again thing. What happened to that?
Hey, Grade, we're listening, and that's it.
That's it. We just got a confirmation that Susan Wojcinski's listening, and that's about it. It's like, yo, dude, I listen to a lot of things too. I listen to jazz music. I listen to rap music. Like, hey, Tanner.
Hey.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Now, where the fuck did that advance the conversation to?
No, that solved everything. All the problems are solved. We could just end it right there. You're listening.
Of course. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's like, it seems like they just kind of saying stuff. It's like, oh, we're listening, but then they turn around and it's like, well, demonetizing.
Yeah, of course, demonetized.
Or not the bigger, but like kind of like the real root of a lot of YouTube's problems is coming from this thing where realistically, so I'm some huge YouTuber, I have 4 million subscribers, I get all of these views on my videos. Realistically, that doesn't do anything for YouTube unless they have advertisers. So realistically, they aren't only at the whim of like copyright laws and stuff like that, but they're also kind of at the whim of their advertisers. And if some huge advertiser decides, hey YouTube, we want you to do this, or you lose all this money, YouTube's really kind of like, well, who do we screw over here? Do we screw over ourselves and lose the advertiser, or do we screw over Joe Blow with 4 million subscribers who, those numbers don't necessarily really mean anything to Google and YouTube without the advertiser.
No, that's true. And hey guys, you want to know something really embarrassing?
Yes. Yes.
The stream has been fucking unlisted for the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, it has. I was gonna say something, but we kind of just
You
jumped
didn't say
into
anything earlier.
we kind of just jumped into it. I didn't want to get you off a roll, so I
didn't know it was unlisted.
It was
I'm like, why is there 2 people in here? Why is there just 2? And I'm like, oh, and then I went to my other channel. I'm like, why isn't it? Oh my god, it's fucking unlisted. Guys, you have to remember, I'm sick and I'm under the influence of NyQuil right now. I don't think properly.
Danny, am I gonna have to take away your keys?
No, never do that again.
That's. Oh boy.
Oh boy. And this is what happens when I'm sick, you guys. It's the best, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely the best.
My God, gotta love it. Just gotta love it.
That's what I'm talking about. Now we're not unlisted. Public.
Great.
Open to the wide, wide world.
Okay, of course. Where all my embarrassments can be shown to everyone. It's okay, guys. We have the DVR feature on there, so that's gonna stay there in infamy. You gotta remember that.
Oh, is it work? Oh, okay. My microphone wasn't working there.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was wigging out for like a while.
Oh boy.
I fixed it though.
You good? You good now though? You good? Yeah, and that's true, Carlos. We do know who the real fans are, and you're one of them. And we thank you. Okay, so we can confirm this thing is actually public now, right?
Yeah, it is. You're good.
I'll hit it with the refresh.
Oh, hit it with. Oh yeah, you got to hit it with the refresh.
DJ refresh.
DJ refresh. You know what? How about we spend like this? The past 10 minutes have been exclusive for Facebook and Twitter followers.
Oh yeah.
There
I'll have to catch the video version, I guess.
That's the exclusive. The exclusive content.
That exclusive crispy content. So
for my exclusive Patreon subscribers,
of course. That's actually been another thing too. So now there's a lot more people who are wanting to go towards like Patreon, and now there's this whole other thing where it's like YouTube is over now, and people are saying, oh, people are gonna have to work 9-to-5 jobs and all that stuff. I don't know what your guys' thought on it is. Like my thought, anyone who knows me or has watched me from not even the beginning, just recently, they know that like my stance on this is I do this shit as a paid hobby. I got my degree. I have a full-time job. I'm good with that. Whatever I do on YouTube, this is fun for me. This gives me an excuse to fuck around with video games and game systems and all that and make a little bit of money on the side. But like, I would be scared to death if I had to do YouTube full-time.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure anyone who's doing it like full-time and YouTube is like their income, it's like they should be prepared for YouTube to just stop at any time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most people know that. Like, I've heard a lot of people like say exactly that. Like, at any time YouTube could just stop, and then I'd be out of a job.
Yeah.
It's like, they're taking a risk. So, I mean, there's some channels that'll be okay. Like, they have their own websites and shit that actually get like views, or they have like a sweet Patreon or something going.
Mm-hmm.
But like other people are kind of fucked.
Yeah. No, I've even I even explained this to my parents at one point too, because I'd actually like talked with them about the whole like strike business and all that stuff, and because they didn't really understand it too much. Like they understood it kind of from a top level perspective, but their thing was like, well, if you're in the right, you should be able to get through. And it's like, no, I don't think you all understand. The YouTube system itself is fundamentally broken at its core in so many different ways. It doesn't matter if you're 150% in the right, you can still get stopped at any time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just depends on what YouTube wants, really. It's like, oh, well, they think it's harassment or something. Well, you can't monetize it, or we'll just take your video down completely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay. Like, I guess the demonetization thing isn't the worst. At least your video's still up.
Yeah.
But kind of sucks for people whose like entire content ends up like all their videos just get like demonetized. Like some people's things, it's just like every video in the last couple weeks.
I think the funniest thing I saw was there was one chick who did like makeup stuff in her video. Like her videos about makeup were demonetized.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was the weirdest one I saw. Everyone else is like, okay, this is controversial topics, like controversial stuff, blah 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 blah. And then like I see that, I'm like, makeup? What the hell?
That's so like random. Like, maybe she swore.
I don't know.
She brought up like a political topic during one of her makeup things.
She could have.
She
Like-
did ISIS war paint makeup.
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Things that will get you in trouble on YouTube. ISIS and the PS4 Slim.
Oh.
No, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but people who even made videos about the PS4 Slim get struck by Sony.
Oh wow. Yeah, Sony's not having any of that.
Well, they did the same shit with No Man's Sky as well too. Which then this brings up the whole thing of like, okay, what the hell what are the grounds for copyright strikes on stuff like that?
It's a lot of people just use it wrong, and it's like, it's not like anyone's gonna sue them,
Mm-hmm.
and like, it's like these companies can just like, I'll just take the video down, and then it's like, even if they don't file the claim, it's still like you gotta wait like a month or two before your shit actually gets put back up,
Mm-hmm.
and usually
Yep.
they'll wait until like the very last minute to be like, okay, we'll just let it go.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's the other thing as well too. With copyright strikes, it's like normally those kind of just fall off because you get to see who actually struck you, and then if you try to appeal it or anything, either they can respond or it will just fall off after, I don't know, like 14 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, Carlos just brought something up in the chat too. Like, realistically, for those YouTubers that have like those other sources of income, like Patrons and stuff like that, I feel like that's going to start to become a really shady area because, like, under their like how to make a video, advertiser friendly thing, YouTube's basically just like don't. The last thing they say is don't embed promotions for your own sponsors. And like speaking as somebody who works like for a YouTube channel that is sponsored by other things, it's like, well, what does that mean for businesses who create content on YouTube? Like even somebody like Philip DeFranco, who's like, he has sponsors, like, or like, other people like that. Like, is YouTube just gonna be like, nope, you can't talk about other ways that you make income and just start demonetizing those and taking those videos down?
I mean, at one point, wasn't it said that like you couldn't have certain sponsorship things, or you had to change them up in videos or whatever, where it's like you had to, I think now they said that you can't have sponsorships to like the end of your videos or something, or they had like other regulations on them and just all these other types of things. I guess you couldn't have things that seem like advertisements in your video.
I think it's like you can't have things that seem like advertisements unless you disclose that you're like advertising. Because like I've seen tons of like gameplays and stuff where right before it it's like, hey, we just want to give a big shout out to like this game company for sending us this game to try. You can buy it here, and like saying it's
But
a
even
sponsored
then,
game
like
to
that's
play.
the legal thing that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Well,
I think
like,
if
you can-
you're like,
Yeah.
you're trying to be like shady about it, and you're like, oh, hey, I just found this crazy CS:GO Lotto website or
Jesus
something,
Christ.
something similar to that, hypothetically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, no, dude. And it's one of those things as well too. It's like honestly, you probably won't get in trouble for something like that, but it's still like if you do get in trouble, your ass is gonna get busted. I mean, look at the whole T-Mart thing.
like I'm honestly thinking a lot of this new rule stuff is like,
Yes, Tanner. Did Tanner drop off?
He gone.
Oh God, he gone.
He might come back in a minute.
Tanner's horrible internet. he has to be on the worst out of all of us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
yeah, my computer just like stopped there for a second. But it's like as I was saying, I think a lot of these like new rules are kind of a response to like people like complaining and just like all this drama and shit that's been thrown around, like with all these YouTubers and all this stuff. It's like kind of a response to that, where it's like, all right, just stop.
Yeah, I will say this. What is it? Because like, well, now I'm seeing some good comments here about this, but like, you know, the whole thing that this has been around for about a year has been covered, and then this guy's right where YouTube has never been profitable. Like they're a huge platform, they're extremely popular, but they've never been profitable. But they're so big that people are just, you know, like they have to keep it going. The thing is though, like as you mentioned with the drama type stuff, so you know, like one, I guess, well, we've talked about him countless times, like us, like privately and all that, not really on here so much, but like Leafy, for example, you know, love him or hate him, the dude is completely blown up, grown and everything, and he's changed up his style a few times, but his videos have been extremely controversial, not because of, oh, you know, he makes fun of a certain person or whatever, but he's pretty much, this is what happens, right? Whenever Leafy makes a video now, his channel keeps growing. Because his channel keeps growing, it gets more attention. Because it gets more attention, his videos get more views and everything, and YouTube likes to automatically promote his videos because people are watching them, people are clicking on them, people are viewing those ads, clicking the ads that run alongside all the videos, and then because of that, his videos and his channel are so big that it filters down to everyone else. So you might be on one of my videos and you see a recommendation for one of Leafy's videos. So then you click on that. So he's making a lot of money, and he's making a lot of money for YouTube is what it seems. The thing is with this advertiser-friendly stuff, you know, not only we've seen the change in like harassment and bullying, and now they're actually trying to enforce that a lot more, but with videos like his, for example, they're becoming a lot more commonplace because it's just now a genre and a style of video there. But zooming out here, so we're all in the know. The people that are like on here, you guys listening to this or watching or whatever, the people like Tanner, Colton, and I all in this stream, we're the minority of people. The majority of people don't know about this stuff in detail. They don't know about the back end of everything. So if they look at it, especially like old school advertisers and even big advertisers, they're going to see, so wait a minute, we can make a lot of money if we advertise on here, but our video, like our advertisements are going to run on videos of some 20 or 21-year-old guy who just makes a bunch of kill yourself jokes and is making fun of autistic and handicapped people.
I mean, that's a. I'm not even a big fan of Leafy, but that generalization that's good.
And the thing is, there might be some people that are just going to be all like, oh, well, you know, that's not what he's covering. He's apologizing. I understand that, but I'm talking about that from a person who is like, from an uneducated person's view, and I'm not even uneducated and stupid. They don't know about the type of content he really covers. That's what they're going to see from a basis right there. So YouTube is still, they're trying to correct that.
Yeah, I think like it might just be like, yeah, like some bigger advertisers, maybe they've like approached and be like, hey, you want to put ads on our stuff? It's like, well, this is what's popular on your website, so not really. And they're just kind of like, I don't know, maybe trying to mix up what is the most popular content. Because I mean, like, you know, I don't really like that commentary style video or whatever, but it's I don't know, like some of those videos aren't that bad, but then again, like some of Leafy's videos are not that great either, and it's like other people's videos aren't that great. It's like I don't know, it's like a weird line to tread, because like I don't know what you would consider like it's hard to just be like, oh, it's all satire, because it's like, well, when does satire become like some kind of harassment? Exactly. Even though it's like them not actually going out of their way to like witch hunt people, it's still like, I don't know. It's like you got to take some responsibility, because you know your fans are gonna go to that video and spam like hiss and kill yourself and all.
Exactly. Colton, you have anything to add in?
I think, yeah, realistically, like, I think what you said is probably something that's happened where, like, you know, YouTube going to people and asking, you know, like, what do you want to put on our site? I mean, like, realistically, advertisers are smart. They're not going to go into some business meeting without really looking at your site. So, like, while they may not be the most educated on, like, YouTube culture, they can look at the website. They understand what's popular. They know what people are watching. They're going to see that stuff. So I mean, yeah, like while advertisers are they're not going to be immersed in the YouTube culture, let's say, so they're not going to really understand why a Leafy video is popular. But they know who's popular. Like they're going to be able to look and see the numbers, and like obviously things like that aren't really going to attract, the CEO of Sony or people like that who would want to advertise.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, I don't think really, I don't know, I don't think YouTube has anything to really worry about as far as putting these sort of things into effect, unless there becomes like this alternative, like unless there is an alternative that people want to go to. Like if that happens, then YouTube would have to say, okay, we need to worry about losing people. But at this point, they just need to worry about losing advertisers.
I think one of the problems is they're trying to go after like these big advertisers or something. Like advertisers that YouTube probably just shouldn't even go for. Like I don't know. Well, it's like with all these rules,
like Cialis or something.
It seems like
I
they're going
see those
for
ads
like,
on CNN and shit.
It seems like they're going for like actual companies, like they want like big corporations on their shit because they're like, oh, you got to be advertiser friendly, but it's like find internet shit, find like internet companies that'll like dump money into it. Like, there's tons of stuff on the internet you can like, or even like smaller companies. Like it doesn't have to be like Coca-Cola or something. Like there's cool companies out there who will be like, yeah, I'll sponsor this content. Like HBO has ads, HBO shows like titties and graphic violence and all this shit. Like, do you think people don't want to advertise on Game of Thrones and like in between like the commercial breaks? Of course they do.
The thing is though, Tanner, you also have to realize with this as well. And I watched a video today by I believe it was Mundane Matt who said this, and he had said on there, he made a really good point that I hadn't thought of, and he had said that when advertisers advertise on those TV companies, they kind of know what they're going to be getting into, and they can be assured of what their ads are going to be run against, even if it's live TV or even if it's anything else. Especially if it's a script type thing, all that stuff is run by multiple people. They know what they're going to be putting on there. With YouTube, it's all up to you. It's up to the users. So nobody really knows what the hell is going to be uploaded on there and stuff. Like one thing, for example, I remember. This is years ago, right? I made a rant video just demonizing EA, Electronic Arts, for like the shitty stuff that they did with Mass Effect 3 and DLC practices and all that stuff. Someone in the comments section told me they were laughing, and they said that on that video about me chastising EA, they got an advertisement for Mass Effect 3. So it's like most likely the people who are watching that video right there are not going to get Mass Effect 3, but they got an advertisement for that. So therefore, that's kind of a failure of an advertisement because this company ended up paying for it. It got run on a video with people who probably aren't interested in that.
Yeah, no, you can't, it's more just like, well, this is gaming content, so what are the current gaming ads? And then it's like, yeah, you can't really control what your ads show up on, so it's like, pretty normal video of just like, regular YouTube content that's totally okay, or it could show up on like some dude's video where he's like yelling racial slurs at kids on Xbox or something.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, well maybe we don't want that second option. And I mean, if advertisers are like, listen, we'll give you a shitload of money if you can change this, then YouTube's probably like, well, we've been losing money on this website, so let's try and make something off it. I mean, even though they don't really need to because they're fucking making money elsewhere.
The thing is on that as well. I think it was because a lot of advertisers, they don't know where their ads are being run and such. Yeah, they can see where they are, but they don't really truly know. And they don't really know the users as well. Another example I could think of: have either of you two heard of this guy named David's Farm?
Can't say I have.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So years ago, he had a channel on YouTube. It was called David's Farm. He's now terminated, and one of the reasons being was that he's up in Canada, and he had a big
Seen his videos for sure.
He just had a big ass ton of land, and he had a bunch of cars, and he just did whatever the hell he wanted to do, and he was a cool guy. He just filmed what he did. He filmed him and his friends mucking around, uploaded it to YouTube. Seemed innocent enough. Yeah, he cussed. There was some questionable stuff here and there, but pretty much there was a controversy around him that came out, and it was that he was a sex offender. And he was making a lot of money off YouTube. He was making like 5 figures a month because this is when he was like one of the earlier people to get partnered on. But what ended up happening was some people ended up getting, like, news reports came out about it, and YouTube ended up kind of buckling and terminated his partnership because pretty much a lot of people, they were watching his videos and they saw the ads that were being run on there. Then they started calling these ad companies and the companies that were being advertised to, and they're like, are you aware that your product or your service is being advertised on a video of a guy who is a sex offender?
Like, is the guy actually a sex offender,
He
though?
is. Yeah, no, he's a registered sex offender.
I mean,
That scare off advertisers.
yeah, that would. I mean, I guess that's YouTube's a private website. They could do that.
They can. They can, and it's like my problem with them as well too is that, like, you have your rules and regulations, cool, but at least stick to them, because there's been so many times they have not stuck to them.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
I remember someone's video where they basically just went and like pointed out a bunch of videos that just straight up violate terms of service. And
Was it
it's
the
just
one
like,
that had grade in it?
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. I
think
saw
it
a few
was-
videos like that, but I don't know. It's just like basically just going around like, hey, check out all these videos.
Mm-hmm.
They're all violating the terms of service, but for some reason they're taking down like videos that don't really do that. And it's like, I don't know. The way they take down videos is just super selective, and it's like, why even do it like that? That's just gonna make people angry.
Mm-hmm.
Taking down actually just like terrible content that they like leave because it gets like millions of garbage views from people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
What
think
the hell, YouTube?
I think really like the real dilemma becomes like for YouTube, like realistically, like it doesn't cost me as a user anything to go onto this website, to use it, to make content, to view content. Like it doesn't cost me a dime.
It costs me time. That's it.
Yeah,
Or
it
if you
costs you
buy
time,
YouTube
yeah.
Red, I mean, it costs that. But like,
Yeah.
fuck it, like I mean, yeah. I like YouTube Red. That's the least
Yeah.
of my thing.
For sure. And like I think it's like YouTube Red is a great way for YouTube to kind of finance things and get away from advertising and say like, look, like let's just put out a lot of really cool premium content, and then just if you really want to watch it, here's this like monthly fee that you pay or this yearly fee or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, for like a website like this to exist, like there has to be some sort of like money coming in the door. Like it can't just be completely free. So it either comes down to your users are paying, or you're getting advertisers. Like on the internet, there really isn't like a real middle ground. Like you can't just exist and like have somebody pay the bills and keep the lights on. Like you either rely on advertisers or your users pay. So like any other free alternative they're gonna run into the exact same problems YouTube runs into. So even if some other website pops up, like there's no real point in switching unless it's paid.
We also have to remember that YouTube, they have the backing of Google, of all places. Google!
Yeah, and I mean like hosting video isn't cheap, and everything's already on YouTube. Like realistically, I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. I think maybe some creators will be like, well, I'm out, and they'll just like go to their own websites that they've already got or something. They've got like a Patreon going, and it's like some people got to do that, and it's like, well, I'll upload videos on my website first. Maybe like a week later, I'll fucking put them on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
just,
that
like,
might be a more plausible thing, because there's been, I think, who was it, Classic Game Room, like, he tried to get off YouTube, like, after they did the whole, like, Content ID apocalypse thing, and he got off YouTube, and he was trying to just do everything from his Classic Game Room site, and it just didn't get the traction that he wanted, so he came back to YouTube, because, like, honestly, YouTube I don't think it's the best, but it's one of the best, video advertising, like video streaming platforms out there. Just due to the fact that, I mean, it's everywhere.
I think as far as like what YouTube is, there's no real competition for YouTube.
That too. We
Yeah.
also have to remember, I mean, we've come from the time where, like, remember, like, AOL was the #1 internet thing. No one thought they were going to go under. Nokia, nobody thought that they would be knocked off #1 spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like as these companies like Facebook and Twitter and Twitch are all kind of like branching into video, and like Twitch is kind of a different animal, but they're coming into YouTube's territory and they're doing a lot of things in a very similar way. Like there are other companies doing this. They're just like in the very early stages of implementing it into their different platforms, and like, you know, they're based on different things. And you know, you've got like social media websites, and Twitch is more just focused on live streaming. And it's just, you know, it'll take some time before they catch up, but there will be other competition there. Like it is coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's not really there yet. The problem is each social media of some kind has their own types of viewers and all that. Like, for example, I don't know, like YouTube, you have the people who they want to check out those long form videos. Twitch, you have the people they don't want to watch videos. They want to see live streams. They want user interaction. Vine is for kids that have ADD. You know, Facebook, it's just for something to see when you're scrolling down on your feed. Like, most of my videos that play on my Facebook page, they play for like a second or two, and then I scroll down.
And then Twitter's for the dank meme videos.
Exactly.
Yeah, or when I want to upload Stomny saying, "Oh, yes."
Well, I think that falls under the
Okay, I
category
love
of
that I can
dank
do
meme.
that, honestly. I love that I could do that, and we're to use that as a comment or a tweet on, like, Facebook or Twitter. That's
The future is now.
Yeah. But yeah. No, so, I mean, other people on the comments here, they're talking about Dailymotion, Vimeo, and all of that. My favorite thing about Vimeo is they can make 1080p look like 1080p, not look like hot garbage, but there's just, I don't know, it's a different beast of a thing. There's not that much people on there. I think Dailymotion could probably be the next YouTube if they're just, I don't know, if their UI wasn't shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say if their website like looked cool.
And that's the thing too. You gotta remember, like, YouTube is just it's integrated on how many Android devices, for example.
Yeah.
It's
All of them.
there. It's
It's
just
already
there.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like Vimeo is cool and all, but it's like an artsy video thing. It's not really the same crowd as YouTube.
I guess so.
It's not like gameplay videos and stuff. It's like, oh, here's my crazy weird fucking video I took while I was in Chicago today. Check out this cool weird black and white footage.
Yeah, and then it actually looks or there was that one cartoon thing of the foxes that I really liked.
Oh yeah. I mean, and there's like, you know, just like weird like music videos and shit. It's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of more artsy stuff though,
Yeah.
as opposed to where YouTube is like literally anything.
Again, they have just like Oh god, excuse me. They have completely different. Just all these areas have different types of subsects and like networks and just people and audiences that attract them to them. Even YouTube, it has its own pockets. For example, like if you subscribe and you just stay in your certain subscriptions and kind of little areas and pockets of YouTube, you can avoid most of like the big content creator type stuff.
Yeah, like, if you just want to watch like gameplays and stuff, and you're just like, well, I like these bunch of YouTubers, they're kind of all in a group, and you just like stick to like those few people, it's like that's all you pretty much see.
Mm.
It won't recommend.
Oh, Tanner dropped again.
Yeah. I kind of think I did get where he was going there. Where like, yeah, once you start kind of falling into your circle, it's going to keep recommending you those things, and like it's going to stop recommending you things that are outside of that circle because.
And then you want to start finding new things and all that stuff.
Am I still,
Yeah.
still dropped?
No,
No,
back
you're
now.
there. You're there. It's just Colton
It
was
didn't
doing a
even-
better job than you.
Oh, no, I didn't even like say I dropped. It's just like, oh, you're still good.
I don't think you're like fully dropping. It's just like it just stops sending your audio.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, Google!
Damn you, Google!
They know they're listening.
Oh man, I don't know. I think well, I remember Tanner, you were describing this last night as like kind of like the same type of thing as like the Reddit effect almost, and that it kind of had just like that almost hive mind thing, didn't it?
It just like felt to me like now when you go on Reddit, you go to like the front page, it's like you just see like threads where it's like, the thread's just flat out locked. It's like, oh, a mod's like, your fucking weekly reminder, don't be racist. It's like, well, maybe weekly reminder to not be on your Reddit mod power trip.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just get like total like thread after thread after thread after thread of just like removed comments, and it's like, I mean, yeah, sure, maybe it's a controversial topic, maybe some people have some shitty opinions, but like I'd rather have it be open to discussion and have those shitty opinions there and just see nothing nothing at all, no discussion, just like stupid puns and stuff. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's similar to how YouTube's now just like they don't want you to talk about controversial stuff. They don't want you to talk about
Yeah.
like all this stuff, and they just
And they're hiding it behind the facade of advertisements, which I mean, still I can understand. They don't want advertisements on like certain racy topics and everything. But the thing is, this is the reality of the situation. There's a lot of people that do this as a full-time type of thing, and one of those things you could say is, even just anything in life, there's only so long you could do something before you end up charging for it, or before you try and start monetizing it. So even with that, because you realize that you're going to spend your time with that. So let's say I can make a video and it takes me, I don't know, 6 hours to create that video, right? And I'm going to drop it tomorrow. So what if I create a video, spend 6 hours on it, I upload it tomorrow, it gets like 200 views, and all of a sudden monetization is removed on there. I've made nothing for that effort. Or I could spend 6 hours making another type of video that will be okay, upload it, get monetization, and I'm going to get paid for that video. And the reality of the situation is most people are going to be gunning after that paycheck.
yeah.
Tanner cut.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We didn't even know what he was going to say.
Oh no, I can't even make it up this time.
I don't get it.
Tanner's back.
You're back. You're back.
Okay, I guess if I just mute it and re-go, it comes back.
Okay.
But like, I guess like it's not quite the same as like the Reddit thing, because I guess they're not just straight up removing your stuff. Like if they were just straight up removing videos, that'd be one thing. But I guess the fact that you can keep the video up isn't full-on censorship, but the fact that they take away monetization is basically like, well, we don't want you to make a living on our website anymore if you do this.
It doesn't incentive. I don't know if it's that dramatic. It's more dramatic for the people that are doing this full time, but it doesn't incentivize people to make that type of content anymore. So it's kind of like that way you're still going to indirectly censor people, and that's definitely what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean like people who still want to get their shit out there are obviously just going to keep making videos regardless of monetization.
Mm-hmm.
But I think definitely a lot of people are just like stop making that type of video altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'd like to get both your thoughts on this, but like, let's just say, like, put yourselves in, not to pretend like I'm on YouTube's side here or anything, but just
devil's advocate.
yeah, like I'm just kind of curious what the other alternatives this would be. Like, if you're YouTube and you want to kind of guide the content that's on your website kind of in a better direction, you want to point it away from some of like the negative stuff, which like this is definitely going to do. Like this is definitely going to get rid of some negative videos. It's also going to get rid of some stuff that probably shouldn't be gotten rid of. But if you want to kind of curb some of the negative stuff that you don't want to see on YouTube, like what's the better solution? Like what would work better?
I mean, for starters, I think they should come up with like a better algorithm for recommending videos, because people just exploit the shit out of it with their clickbaity ass titles and like all capitals and like throwing a bunch of emojis and bullshit, and it's like it's recommended to everyone no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like maybe work on that. I don't know exactly how hard that is. I'm not even like talk about it, but I think they could probably work on stuff like that, just the way videos are like recommended, the way like videos are suggested and all that. Like maybe think about how that's done, because it doesn't really work great. Like I just get a bunch of clickbaity bullshit no matter what I watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like their content in a certain direction make the algorithm better for that kind of content they want. Make that kind of content rise to the top as opposed to Leafy's video about the most cringiest kid on the entire internet.
The thing is, though, because of those videos, they get so much, not only interaction, but so much viewership on them, and people stay on there, and it's a lot, like, people just keep watching those videos. And YouTube is a business, and like a business, they want to keep you in the store, because the longer you're at the store, the greater chance you have of spending money or spending more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think maybe not all the viewers, because Leafy's just...
Oh, Tanner cut.
My
You're
dad.
back. You're back.
Okay. Oh, I love Hangouts. But like maybe it's not Like Leafy does gnarly numbers. He puts up crazy numbers anyway.
Yeah.
But maybe like some of those views and the reason he keeps getting recommended is because he's already being suggested, so people just always click on it. So he's always getting new viewers. He's always like, kids are seeing that and like, oh, that looks cool.
Because of that clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Oh, he cut out again. Okay,
back.
Tanner's back.
but maybe if they like were to recommend slightly different content, maybe more people would watch that. Maybe more people would engage with that content. It's like
Yeah.
you don't really know until it's been recommended, right?
Yeah, the thing is though, Google's been known they are a good algorithm company. All the stuff I explained, how how it works, how videos are promoted, that's all algorithm stuff. When it comes to social stuff, they absolutely suck at it. That's why they don't communicate. They are that awkward kid that ate lunch alone in like 9th grade in the gym, okay? They're that awkward kid. Remember when they tried to do Google Plus, how like nobody really used it. So then what ended up happening was they ended up making it mandatory so YouTube users had to add a Google Plus account because at the time prior to them doing that, fucking MySpace of all things had more active users per month than Google Plus did as a social network. They also tried to do Google Video and that flopped compared to YouTube. So they killed off Google Video and bought YouTube. Google doesn't know how to do the social stuff. And they're just not they're not as much of a social company. They're more of a algorithm company.
They're good at like the search stuff. They're good at the weird research and development stuff they do.
Yeah.
Not so much, hey, here's this cool new YouTube feature, because it's always terrible.
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes I guess. Sometimes they have okay stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just some of the time, not all the time.
You know, it's a gamble. It's 50-50. Either the new changes will be great, or it'll just ruin everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, even the even some of the stuff as well too. It's like even in their internal things. Like when I've gone to talk with people, when I've had some issues with YouTube, people in YouTube don't know what's going on.
Well, like, rarely do you ever actually deal with people when you talk to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually
I've actually dealt with one person because I have a partner, not consultant, but like partner manager. Is that it? I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, there's some pretty much. I was able to sign up for consulting and all that. So then they ended up like contacting me, and they were from YouTube, and I talked with them about it. But like, and he got to see my analytics, and we talked about stuff in depth on my channel, how SEO works and everything. But like, for example, when I was having some issues on here prior, he couldn't help with the tech side of stuff, and even the tech side of stuff, and the legal side of stuff, and everything. They're all in different pockets, and even they don't really know what they're doing with one another. There's so much just cross contamination type stuff.
It seems like there isn't really even that many people that actually work at YouTube anymore. Like a lot of it's just
Dude, I don't even know like the numbers of who works at YouTube, how many people work at YouTube, whatever it is.
But it's like they must just be like in completely different buildings or something, not communicating.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Oh, oh God, it's global. Don't laugh at me being sick. Oh God.
Is my microphone still working?
Yeah, it is. I was just spitting.
Okay. I can never tell.
It's okay. Half the time we can't tell either.
Ah ha ha! Ha ha ha!
Oh. Oh God. No, dude. The people don't know about Joey here.
We can't do that.
No.
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like this.
I think you're kind of barking up the right tree with the algorithm changes, because like they've done that before, where like they changed the where your videos would show up instead of based on just views. It was like engagement and view time and like how long people were actually staying on the video. And I'm sure they've done a lot of other changes like that in the past, where like Google really is an algorithm company. Like
the big thing is now, for example, like tags on your videos they're so important, but they don't matter nearly as much as what's in your description. Now keywords and things that you use in your description is more important, and that gets indexed higher than your tags.
Yeah, I think they need to find some like middle ground where it's suggesting new up and coming content while also like giving you suggestions to like a lot videos with high engagement and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And I think they're trying to do that with trending, but I hear a bunch of stuff that's like their trending section is god awful at the same time. Like you guys are talking about back in the day when you go to the front page of YouTube and like all the best stuff is there from people that aren't big companies. Like it's not stuff from like Late Night with whatever and the Stephen Colbert show and
Yeah.
like ABC and all that. It's not these big companies that are paying to be up at the top.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like actual creators, and it's like, hey, here's this cool creator.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you like car videos? This guy does car videos. Check it out.
I love car videos.
And then you can watch some dude like fix cars or something. Like,
Yeah, I will say this though, if you're a gamer, it's a pretty good time to be a content creator because gaming is pretty hot, and I'm like, that's cool. I do like my games. No,
Yeah.
no one else?
Yeah, I mean, like I really hope that these sorts of things kind of like help shape YouTube in like a more positive light for those sorts of people, because that's kind of what it's always been, is this like this haven for gamers where we can just go and be ourselves and make cool content, like kind of like all those other communities where it's like you're not necessarily like you're not going to make it into mainstream media if you're really, you know, into whatever thing. Like you're not going to have a TV show about, you know, some other super obscure thing. Like it really is that community for people who make weird, obscure, cool content, and hopefully that doesn't just get like pushed out by corporate bullshit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna interrupt the series by saying that the best comment I've seen on here, wouldn't you think you only farted but you forgot you have diarrheas?
oh man,
Best comment of the stream.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
But I think I had something to say. I'm trying to remember.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
You probably didn't.
But yeah, I totally lost it.
Guys, the NyQuil kicked in.
Oh baby, can you see the cat?
No, not yet.
Oh boy.
He hasn't gone to Wonderland just yet.
No. Yeah, if you pop enough of these right here, there's kind of just a leprechaun that chills out in the corner.
Oh, what I was gonna say, I remembered.
Oh, you remember?
So I'm thinking like, yeah, YouTube's like a haven for gamers, but if they really start like demonetizing videos just because there's like curse words in them, I think a lot of gamers are just gonna straight up switch over to Twitch.
Oh,
'Cause if they have a decent enough audience, like you can make a lot more money on Twitch
But
if
what if they,
you've got a decent audience.
I think that Twitch needs to do like a actual video upload type service then too, and then even with that, Twitch I've heard some iffy things about because they have real life moderators and all of there, which sounds great and most time is, but I've also been told because of that it's like if you're in good with the moderators, you can get away with murder on stream, while as if moderators don't like you, they'll just ban you for no reason.
Well, that's kind
Any
of the
website.
yeah.
It's just like internet moderators. It's like, well,
Yeah,
they basically think they're God.
exactly.
It's like, oh,
That is at least kind of the nice-ish thing about YouTube. It's like, you know, I guess because they're kind of faceless, there's not going to be employees going around being all like, oh yeah, I don't like this content creator, so I'm going to remove all of his videos.
I mean, it's not like YouTube doing that. It's more like, I don't like this content creator, so I'm gonna false copyright like 6 of their videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like flag like all their videos in a row, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I mean, people can abuse that, but I guess it's better than like YouTube moderators like, well, your channel's gone now. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a tricky line to walk, because it's like with like human moderators, you're always gonna get that, like, you know, you're in with the moderators kind of thing, and like you're trusting people to make that decision, and people aren't always going to make the same decision in the same situations. But when you trust it to a computer, you've got to hope that algorithm isn't just going to pull a whole bunch of false positives and get
And
rid
it's
of a
been
bunch
shown
of shit
so
you
many
want.
times that it can just get fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, it really does. Like, it's just like, it's based on, usually it's like, oh, well, does it have a unbroken 30-second or like a certain amount of seconds, and it just gets anything with those clips in it, and it's like, it does.
He cut out again.
Am I dead yet?
You're alive
You
again.
good? You good?
But like, it doesn't matter if you like cut up a video a bunch or whatever. It's like if you have like 30 seconds of unbroken footage, it'll get struck, and no matter what it is, doesn't matter what you've done to it. If it's like 100%, you've messed
You're
with it,
talking
it's
about like fair use and all that?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. Like if it's fair use, it's like that stuff gets taken
We,
down.
we had fucking reactors who were taking entire videos and reacting to them, and the fucked up thing is too, although that is not cool on so many levels. Like even I myself I don't agree with it, but I can spin it as fair use. Because like I explained to a friend, because she was just like, no, that's horrible that people are doing that. I'm like, yeah, and I'm going to explain to you how they are in the clear for doing it.
But I don't know. It's like, is it transformative? Is the question, and that's like a subjective answer.
It is subjective, but technically it is transformative because then you are experiencing someone experiencing watching the video.
But if they're just sitting there like, huh, wow, that's crazy. Is that really adding anything to the overall
Technically it
experience?
is. Technically it is. It is adding another entity to the video and adding a new dynamic to it.
I don't know.
You see, I can spin this around, dude.
But I mean, the question, like, how many people go to watch reaction videos because they're like, oh, this guy is hilarious? It's like, well, they're just watching the video. Because it's like these reaction videos will have like super clickbaity titles.
Yeah.
No one's there to see someone's reaction.
I don't know.
At
A
least
lot of
for the
people
most
were apparently.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a huge audience for people's like. I mean, I guess it was a thing when it's like 2 girls, 1 cup, and you don't actually see the video.
Now
You
that
just
was
see
like
people-
the video to react to.
Yeah, like you see people like freaking the fuck out, but it's like it's just people watching other YouTube videos, and it's like there's nothing crazy or interesting about them. It's just a video, and they're just showing the whole video in the bottom corner, completely unbroken. You know, hate on the Fine Brothers as much as you want for their cancer content, but they edit their shit, and that's a transformative work. Like their React videos or whatever, like those are fucking transformative works.
That is true.
I don't know if I'd call like someone who does something like Jinx used to do. I don't know if I'd call that a transformative work.
I don't know,
And
man.
I
Stomby's
don't-
my father.
I mean, you know, Stomedy reaction videos are a whole other thing. That's next level entertainment. No one can even approach that. The best content on YouTube.
Best content. Hey,
But-
you guys want to take user comments for a few minutes and then jet off the stream? I'm getting to the point I can't coherently talk as much.
I'd be cool with that because yeah, I don't think my internet's gonna deal with this Hangouts call for too much longer.
Yeah, so if anyone has questions, I guess for the next few minutes, let us know. We'll just like muck around here until something happens. Like it's at the point now the NyQuil's kicked in, so Tanner, Colton, you know how I get.
So get those questions out now,
I did.
fans. You gotta get the real stuff in.
The real stuff, I guess.
Technically, you can't lie.
The what?
You can't lie right now.
Yes, I can.
No, you're under the influence. NyQuil is like truth serum.
Is it though?
If you drink enough of it.
Is it? Technically, I wasn't drinking it. I was taking it like in the pill form.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So you weren't
Dude, I can't take
sipping
NyQuil.
on Daline?
I can't take NyQuil like in liquid form. It's horrible, dude.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's not good. I don't like cough syrup in general is like really bad.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Ooh.
oh my God, there was no. I think one of my things was when like so story time with Mario. There was one time, it was like around Halloween about last year. One of my friends, he got this like Russian vodka gifted to him from someone, and it came in like the coolest bottle. It was like a rocket ship and everything. And we're like, oh dude, this is awesome. So we both took a shot of it, and my God, that was so horrible. It tasted and felt exactly like Dayquil as it just went down my neck and my body and all that. And I took one shot of it, and I was sick for like 4 hours. Yeah, like every time like I'd burp, I'd just be like, oh.
Oh boy.
Like I'm laying on the couch like that. They're like, Dana, you're okay. I said, no, I'm not. That was the worst thing I've ever had.
Oh, Danny, if you ever want to have the worst cough syrup, try some Vicks. Vicks cold and flu is the worst. You want to try something gross? Try that cherry flavor.
No.
Honestly, like I had it once while I was sick, and for the next like 3 or 4 months, every time I saw the bottle, I like threw up in my mouth a little bit. Like I was just like thinking about the flavor of it. It's so bad. But I think you got some good questions.
Yeah,
Chat.
one of them. What's your? Who wants to answer how they poop? I mean, I'll say my favorite food's pizza. So there's that.
I poop like any normal person in my backyard behind a tree.
Yeah, is there any other way to poop?
I poop in a plastic bag in my shower. I hold it underneath me and just kind of go, and then throw it out the window. Isn't that normal? Is that what y'all do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would
Okay.
you rather be a bear-sized squirrel or a squirrel-sized... Dude, squirrel-sized bear. Squirrel-sized bear.
Squirrel-sized
bear. Absolutely.
Oh, wait,
No
wait, wait, wait,
questions
wait, wait.
asked.
No, I'd rather be a bear-sized squirrel because
Why?
squirrels are kind of
You
hilarious
wanna be,
looking.
you want to be a squirrel?
They got fluffy tails. They can move fast. And think about if you were a bear-sized squirrel, just the amount of strength you would have. Like,
Yeah.
those things can just like fly up trees and stuff. Like you'd just be able to like fly around. You'd just be running so fast. You'd be
Like,
fast
yeah.
as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I mean, the other option is cuter, but I think like as a bear-sized squirrel, you'd be badass as fuck. Imagine a bear-sized flying squirrel.
I don't think you realize, though, I'm trying to go after the koala, so I'm going after the bear-sized squirrel.
Imagine all the chicks you could pick up as a squirrel-sized bear.
Literally.
Literally. All the chicks.
Yeah. Because you'd have
You'd
all
like-
that strength. Just
you could just
you'd
eat
just be,
people.
pocket edition.
Exactly. Okay. Oh man, there's some
Some great questions. Hard-hitting stuff.
Hard-hitting evidence. Indeed.
Bong bong.
Bum bum bum. Y'all gonna take questions too, man?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll read this one. This guy says it's a real question.
Not
Do
a
you
fake
think
question.
more people would change how they make content or go somewhere else? I guess with these new YouTube changes, obviously.
Yeah.
I
We were here for originally.
honestly, I think more people will change up their content.
Yeah.
Me
I can't
too.
see people leaving. Like, even if people don't change up their content, I don't see them leaving. Like, I see them just...
How many times has it been said we need to make another YouTube site, or we need to go somewhere else, or and it doesn't happen. Like even I don't have the answer, dude.
There is nothing else. No one else can afford it. No one else can hemorrhage money like Google can.
I mean, maybe Daily Motion, but like, who the fuck uses Daily Motion? I've been sitting here making fun of it, and it's like, no, that might be the best alternative right now.
I don't know. Did Yahoo buy them yet?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust Yahoo with anything. It's like, what do you? Okay,
Except
who
fantasy
owns
sports.
AOL right now, actually.
Get that Yahoo money.
Jesus. Yahoo just well, they ended up buying Buyee, so now they do auctions in Japan or something.
It's probably a good market.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't think there's really any competitor that can offer ad revenue.
Yep. It's really easy to partner on here and all that as well too. So.
Yeah, like with an AdSense account and all that stuff. Like, no one else can offer you that and give you even close to the same amount. No one can even offer you a worse deal. There is no other deals unless you go to like Twitch and stream.
I mean, we even have what the hell was it? Even who is it? Like Leafy of all people, I remember. Fucking like Edgelord himself. He even made a video where he said he's just like, yeah, no, I've been removing some of my videos where I felt like I was too harsh on people, and it's like, I kind of half believe that. I think it's more just you felt the rumblings of some of the changes of YouTube.
I imagine that's probably the case.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a heads up. It's like, hey, Leafy, shit's changing.
Yeah, but even with that, like, I don't think he even really got a heads up because there were some people from Omnia that came out and they said they're like, yeah, no, they just sprung this on us. None of the networks were informed of this.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like it kind of just sprung on everyone, really.
Yeah.
But I guess Leafy was just thinking ahead of the curve, probably with all the new bullying stuff.
I guess so.
Probably, yeah.
The bullying harassment. He's like,
The
well,
cyberbully of YouTube.
Yeah, I don't honestly think he's took them down because he's like, oh, I think he's harsh. It's like, well, you uploaded him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you probably would have left him up if YouTube rules didn't change.
That's
I mean,
true. Because money.
Yeah, you keep making like a little, even if it's just a little bit, it still adds to the fucking.
A little bit
dick
for him
loads.
will pay my fucking rent, so.
Yeah, a little bit for him is like double what I make in a year. But like,
You know.
Yeah. Like at the same time, like I don't really want to see a lot of my like favorite YouTubers change how they like. I've recently gotten back into watching Philip DeFranco again, and like, well, some of his content isn't always like absolutely top notch or anything like that. Like I also don't want to see him just become this like bullshit Fox News kind of channel where he can't talk about anything racy.
Well,
Because-
if you saw his video, he said like he's never gonna do that. Like he's
Yeah.
yeah, if YouTube's fucked, I have secondary income, we're good to go.
Yeah, which is nice. So like I was just using him as an example. Like I wouldn't want somebody like that to have to change. Like obviously he's not going to, but like somebody who doesn't necessarily have the business sense to have that secondary option, I hope those people don't have to fucking change their whole platform, because that would, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing this content thing anyway.
Right.
Yeah, like a lot of like 90% of what I watch is basically against these new monetization rules.
That's the best, of course.
Pretty much like everything I watch, it's like everything I watch is vulgar, generally sexual references. Like
I mean, it's so vague too, is the problem.
that's exactly it. Like there's like I've showed Colton this video. We were watching some like GTA 5 gameplay where the whole time they're talking about like domestic abuse and stuff, like just making awful jokes.
Mm.
And it's like stuff like that. It's like I think that's hilarious, and they're obviously being like they're joking about it. None of them are serious,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that kind of stuff. They wouldn't be able to monetize that anymore. It's like, and even though like, already their videos were getting like age gated and shit, it's like now it's basically just work.
Right. I don't know.
But I don't want to see any of the YouTubers I watch change. I don't want to see you change, Danny. I don't want you to PC up your videos.
Well, thanks, man, but I've already changed too much. I'm like, dude, I don't know if you all get this, but like when it kicks in, are you supposed to get really sweaty? Because that's happening to me right now.
Yeah, you gotta first you sweat a little bit, and then once you
Dude, it's not a little bit, it's a lot.
but then you break through the sweat, and then that's when it really starts.
Oh God.
That's when it gets right into your bloodstream.
Oh.
That's your body saying, "Who?
Yep. It's my body saying, "Help me, good God, stop."
What have
I
you
mean,
done?"
Seriously though, plenty of rest and orange juice and liquids help out.
Oh,
and overdose on NyQuil a little bit.
No.
a lot of it.
No. Or else you'll become Little Wayne.
Louise. Like do you want to sound like that?
I'm not trying to sound like that, dude.
I don't think anyone wants to sound like that.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, if you want to tune into Mr. Mario's new Disney toy review channel,
Yes, the links will be down below in the description. You can click on my channel for more user-friendly content.
welcome to Danny's super fun reviews. Here we're talking about the new Lilo and Stitch toy. As you can see, he's on a pretty cool surfboard. Totally rad.
Bill, Bill.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we should sign off for the night.
It'd probably say. I think we've
Yeah, guys,
Probably covered everything.
don't be like Carlos. Do not overdose on NyQuil, guys. No.
don't be
Yeah.
like Carlos.
Don't be like him.
It's not good. Don't stay in
I'm
school.
trying to at least be the positive role model out of this bitch, you know?
Well, hey, don't overdose on NyQuil. Only take it if you're sick.
Yeah.
And read the recommended dosage.
Dude, when my mom lived in the big city earlier, she told me that she used to walk outside, like she used to go to this grocery store, and every day she saw this homeless guy out there with 3 bottles of NyQuil, and she
Oh,
never
God.
understood why the fuck he was doing it. So she asked someone about it. And it's like, no, dude, he's there getting high as fuck.
I'm sure that's how they responded to your mom.
This is in like the early '90s, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh, gee.
Just lit as fuck on NyQuil.
Oh god, dude, I don't know how much a bottle is right now, but I mean, it was dude, what I thought of was how miserable do you have to be to not drink 1 bottle, but 3 bottles of it every day?
Oh god, that'd be so terrible.
Think about it, dude. Tanner, remember that dirty, nasty cherry Vicks flavored NyQuil? Yeah, imagine drinking 3 of those every day for the rest of your life.
No, I would kill myself after day 1.
Your brain cells would just be out the window.
No,
Yeah.
I'd rather huff gasoline, dude.
There was a dude in China that did that, and it got to the point where he drank so much gasoline that his
Oh, he
family
drank
hated him and abandoned him and all that stuff. So then he ended up moving out, and he lived alone because he wanted to drink gasoline.
See, up in the North Canada, they just huff it
Yeah.
because they can't get drugs out there, so they just take like jerry cans and like.
Get real roasted.
Get a little buzzerino.
We don't
Oh,
condone it.
boy.
No, I wouldn't condone that. That's like
Dude, that kind of reminds me of like the Dare program. Like it was, I don't know if y'all had it, but like we had this thing where it was like kids against drugs and all that stuff. Like, well, officers teaching people to stay away from drugs. And like the year I had it, they fucking showed us how to make meth, pretty much.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
See, they only ever like showed us like they had like a.
What did they have?
What did they have? I want to know.
What did they have? That's what.
They had like crack, cocaine, they had meth, they had heroin, they had weed, they had like a bunch of doobies, they had like a bunch of roach clips.
This dude came in with a what the hell was it? I know we're getting so off top from the original idea of the stream. We're trying to finish it up here, but like this guy, he had a big basket, and he's like, yeah. So if you've ever been to a meth lab, like this is some of the stuff that's been left behind. It might be cooked in something like this. This is some of the stuff that's already using the ingredients there. Oh, and by the way, you can cook it in a car. You can cook it in a bathroom. And I'm like, God damn, this is really informative. This is almost too informative. You like brought in everything to make meth except for the fire.
All he needs is a Bunsen burner from the science lab.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Bitch!
Those programs didn't really do anything except for like I was like, oh, that's what drugs look like. Okay, thanks, officer.
Yep. All right. Anyways, sign off for real.
Sure. I'm good with that.
All right. Hey guys, again, thank you very much for coming out and all that stuff. We really appreciate it, and I'm this NyQuil, dude. Someone else do the outro for me. I can't.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning into the stream, everyone. It's nice to have you around. Thanks for the YouTube censorship stock. I think someone just showed up, but if you just showed up, you can catch the VOD. That'll be uploaded, I'm pretty sure. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The whole VOD's up. It'll be all good. It'll be good. We'll be fine. So thanks for stopping by, and we hope you enjoy it. We'll see you later, and hopefully Mr. Mario won't be sick next time.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be hacking up like, dude. My mucus is like dark yellow, dude. It's disgusting.
And yeah, Shills, got some links down in the description. Smash those links, smash that like button.
Get ready for that double upload of the day.
I hope you enjoyed this stream. But for real, we'll see you later, everyone out there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.